All right, morning. How's everybody in the YouTube world doing today? So it is Saturday, and I got some bow work I got to do. I got 3 bows I got to work on. So there's Dad's bull. He's got his already. And then there is my bull. So we're going to get them hung up somewhere amongst all these other bulls. One of mine, Dad's, Dad's. There's a big giant shed I found. Mine and mine. That's probably still one of my best bulls there. He don't have the mass, but he's got really good length. If you look, I don't know. My bull this year, there's not a lot of difference in the length, but he's got lots and lots of mass. So anyway, there's one of my bulls. Mine and Dad's bulls. Anyway, we got elk horns everywhere hanging in here. So I wanted to bring this, drop this off, and then I'm gonna go up here to the bow shop and we're gonna work on some bows. And then I hope this afternoon, Ole Miss plays Georgia this afternoon, so go Rebels. But I'm going to try to get done. Me and Ainsley may go hunting, and then I'm going to get back and watch a football game. But meanwhile, let's go work on some bows together. Y'all come on. So Dad and I, back in 2003, we both, we went caribou hunting. So Dad killed 2 caribou, and I killed 2 caribou. I don't know if I've ever even showed y'all my caribou there at home. So this is a bow, Ms. Amanda Prysock, and this is her son's, and it is left-handed. It's a left-handed craze, I believe what this is. So I had to make sure I got left-handed strings for it. see if y'all caught that, left-handed strings. Ain't no such thing as left-handed strings. For real, I used to have people come in the store all the time, and you don't see many left-handed bows, but they would come in the store and they'd need string and cables, and I'd grab the bow and it'd be left-handed. So you didn't see a lot of left-handed archers, and you didn't put a lot of strings and cables because you even saw less of that because, guys just don't replace them like they should. And I'd grab their bow and I'd be like, yeah, they'd say, you got any strings and cables for my bow? And I said, well, I got some for a right-handed one, but I don't have any for a left-handed one. And they would always look at me real funny and be like, man, it's always hard to find stuff for left-handed bows. But no, all jokes aside, you don't have to have left-handed strings and cables. So we fishing to get this. I believe this is a craze. This may be the new. Let's see. Yeah. So this is the craze too. So we're gonna get these strings and cables laid out and get them put on this bow and get it all set back up for Amanda's son. So I'll show y'all a few things before I get started. They brought me this bow a couple weeks ago, and they wanted me to adjust the draw length for him. So these crazes, the craze 2, the hammer, they all have adjustable rotating mods. So that's pretty easy to do. But then I told them from the get-go, hey, you really need a new set of string and cables. If you see that, I mean, that's bad for sure. You don't ever need to try to fix that. But what really got me is right up here above these, right by these QCCs. If you look right there, I mean, that has gotten, so that cable goes around that QCC right there. Let me show you if I can get it right here. And I mean, it is really, I mean, there's probably not, I could count them. There's probably not 4 or 5 strands actually holding that QCC or holding on that QCC right there. So we're going to get it set up and put these new strings and cables on it for them. So y'all know kind of what I do first. I always measure from the center of this peep to the center of this loop so I can go back with it. It's about 6 inches. Well, no, I'm sorry. It's about 5 inches. Most people are about 6.5 inches. But this is a kid, but he's a bigger kid. But I got the peep out, so I'll just make sure I put that back in the same place. I'm also going to try to, because I don't have any here at Dad's, I'm going to try to save these monkey tails that they've got on here too. So we'll start getting these strings and cables off. I'll put y'all in fast motion, and then I'll show you what it looks like once we get done. The one thing they did do that I think they got these maybe from Lancaster, but y'all have watched my videos and stuff before. I don't know if there's anything any better, in my opinion, than the Zebra Trophy strings. And I know a lot of you are going to get on there and get on here and you're going to say, oh, the strings are garbage, use gas or whatever. But I say it over and over and over again. Why would you want to go with a set of strings and cables? Why would you want to use anybody else's when for the Matthews and the Mission bows, they have so many hours, so much testing behind these strings and cables? I'm not saying other companies don't make strings and good strings and cables, because they do, but I can promise you these Matthews, these Zebra Trophy string and cables, they are not garbage strings. So, you know, the reason I always used them, I put them on every bow imaginable. But when I had a set of strings and cables made from Matthews, they were just always spot on. So it's hard to beat that right there. Alright, so got the string and cables on it. I always kind of take it off, look at it. You want to make sure, especially around these QCCs, you want to make sure everything's in there really good. It is. If you look right here, it's kind of hard to mess it up. So they have a little air. The cable comes under here, goes around. Same way here. See the little air where it tells you that it goes over and hooks, okay? So I always look at that, and then I always look at my two ends where my string is. My string's hooked up good there. My string's hooked up really good there. So I just, I always get it down, I look at it, I pull on it a little bit. I'll draw it here in a minute. It's super lightweight, because like I said, it's a, get these glasses off. It's a young kid using it. So anyway, it looks good. So we're gonna get the loop put on it, and then we'll shoot it, and we'll measure and get the peep sight in it, and this one will be about ready to go. I can you know the old saying, whistle while you work. I guess I can talk I can talk while I work, but I hadn't done a whole lot of this bow shop work. My intentions were, when I started at Taylor Construction Equipment, that, you know, I have worked weekends for the last 15, 16 years, working every Saturday. So it has been, I'm gonna be honest, it has been a joy, get this loop tied on here, to have weekends off and be around, you know, working with the family and stuff like that. And through bow season, man, I had so many people reach out to me. See if I can put y'all down here a little bit so you can see the loop. I had so many people reach out to me, you know, wanting me to work on bows and this and that for them, because, you know, after 16 years, you build a really big customer base. And I hope to do the same thing, and I am doing the same thing, working with Taylor Construction. But, you know, didn't want to take away any work from the guys there in Starkville. I mean, obviously I didn't sign any kind of non-compete or anything like that, but I was a little bit there to start with. I was a little bit stingy of my time and having Saturdays off. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I have really missed the bow shop. Love what I'm doing with Taylor Construction Equipment. Love it. Love selling equipment. And if I didn't get to be around the customer and around as many people as I did, then I might not enjoy it as much. But I am loving the the construction equipment. I'm loving doing all that. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I have definitely missed working on these bows. So whenever people have started contacting me here lately, you know, hey Slade, you mind setting this bow up for me, or I need a set of strings and cables put on it, you know, or I have some strings and cables or something like that, then, you know, I've agreed to start doing a little bit. Now it is Saturday, but it's early, and my crew is all laid up, still asleep. Aiden has to be back over at Scuba, I think at 12 or 1. He's the ambassador there. And Scuba, East Mississippi, made the playoffs. So he has to be there to kind of do a meet and greet and stuff like that. So I don't mind coming early and doing this, because I'll get done. And then me and Ainsley will go hunting this afternoon. All right, so I got my loop pretty much where I want it. And, you know, if you hadn't been back and watched some of the Follow the Fanchers videos back in the days of Owens Outfitters, then Matthews and all string companies, they put this little piece of serving in the middle of the bundle. And so what I'll do, I'll measure 6 inches from center of that loop to up here, and then wherever that 6 inches is, then you can slide that. And then that'll kind of stop and lets me know kind of where the center of my peep needs to be. So we're gonna measure from the center of the loop. 6 inches up, needs to go up just a little bit. And that's where the center of this peep needs to be. Now, this is a rubber tube peep, okay? I had lots of people come in the shop that didn't want to use a rubber tube peep. They wanted to use the standard peep. I get that. For adults that learn how to train their peep and then you get peeps put in, I think that's a great idea. For a kid, I never wanted a kid struggling with the peep being rotated right. So what this does, once you put this peep in the string, okay, it'll go like this, right? And then this rubber tube always pulls, it ties to the cable down here, actually. See, it'll go like this. It ties to the cable, and it always pulls that rubber tube straight, okay? You want to be looking through that peep. Let's see if I can show y'all. Just like that right there, okay? If it's turned a little bit, you can't see through it, okay? See there? So you always want this peep to be looking straight, not turned one way or the other. So that's what you got to do. So I got the distance measured. I'll split this bundle right here. I'll kind of show you what I did afterwards. And then we're gonna put this peep, the center of that peep, at 6 inches. So it's gotta come up just a little bit. So what I'll do, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna rotate my bundle so I don't have a bunch of rotation issues. And I don't like a lot of gap in my string there to have to close up with serving. So I got it at about 6 inches. So I'll show you here. So that's it right there. That's how you want that peep sitting. You want that peep sitting just like that all the time. Like I was saying a while ago, if it gets turned here, you can't see it. Perfect, okay. Put my hand there, gets turned here, can't see through it. So this piece of rubber tube ties right down here to this cable, and it always makes sure for a kid that that peep is always rotated in the right way. So let's get this dude served up. I'll pull me off a little bit of serving right there. I get a little extra because I need to be able to go around this this peep. So I'll see if I can move y'all a little bit closer here so you can see. Take off of this press just a little bit. So that peep is sitting just about perfect the way it is right now. Dad might need some more light in here. But I do. I have really missed working in the bow shop. I enjoy working in the bow shop. I enjoy the people, and that's one reason I'm enjoying so much what I'm doing at Taylor Construction Equipment. I love the equipment, and I'm learning the equipment, but I'm still getting to deal with people, and oddly enough, you'd be surprised how many people that I am starting to deal with that, knew me from the bow shop, or they remember me from the bow shop. But I'm a local guy. I mean, Starkville, you might as well say it's still local, to us here. And with Mississippi State being there, I mean, I had the opportunity to deal with a lot of people. But probably next year, I will probably do some more bow work. I just have not had time this year with all I've had going on with this, learning kind of the equipment business and stuff like that. I had to give my 100% to the equipment business, and make sure I learned and kind of understood everything about it. But I think next year, bow season will get cranked up. Really, I probably always started getting busy, probably back in, you normally started getting busy about July. It seemed like after July the 4th is when all the hunting shows, all the new hunting shows, and man, you could see it. People started coming in, and they started getting ready and wanting to come and get their bows worked on and stuff like that. So I'll probably do a little bit more bow work next year. At least that's kind of what I'm thinking. And kind of like I told Julie, I said, heck, that can kind of help. That can kind of help supplement the old elk hunt. That'll be 29 years for Dad and I. So I'll definitely. I'll definitely work on some more bows next year. All right, so I got this one about ready to go. I'm gonna shoot it and see if I can draw it left-handed. Feels really good. I had to do a little adjusting to make sure it was in time. Shoots good. Feels good. So anyway, Matthews Mission by Matthews, Craze 2s, ready to go. So appreciate y'all following the Fanchers. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I got 2 Hoyts I got to get worked on, so I may video that too. But thank y'all for following along. God bless. Jesus save. See y'all.